Ahead of the September 2024 governorship election in Edo State, the People's Democratic Party has announced it will begin a word-to-word campaign on July 25. A statement on Thursday from the Deputy Director General of Media and Publicity of the Aswe Oge Campaign Management Council, Reverend Olu Martins, stated, "The word tours will afford us the opportunity of meeting our party faithfuls at the grassroots level so that they can be better acquainted with the programs and vision of our candidate, Aswe Ighodalo, and his running mate, Osarodien Ogie. The tours will also serve as a platform for our candidate and the party to vigorously take the message of prosperity to the grassroots so that no one is left out in our pursuit of a prosperous Edo State." No doubt, the PDP is the most prepared party for the September 21st election, not only because we are a very organized party, but also because our candidate is forward-looking, focused, and hardworking. Martins enjoined the party faithful to come out in large numbers, as they have always done, to welcome and mobilize their friends and family. What is your reaction to this, Asim? Because I know this is your forte. This is your state. What is your take on this?
I think it's simple. It's a normal thing. The political space has been opened up. So parties have to campaign. There must be campaigns before elections. So without you campaigning, you cannot even sell your programs to the people. So it is based on what you are selling to them that they can decide whether to vote you in or not. So campaign is not election. And campaigning all over the world and the state does not mean you have won election. It's part of the process of or build up to an election. So in situations like this, where the PDP, they've gone on their own, let them go around. And the only fear is that I hope that the campaigns will be very smooth and peaceful. Because I have seen what has been happening in Edo State, I've read, and I have witnessed, some of those things that have been happening in Edo State. I'm talking about violence here and there, and threats, threatening violence, by even the key actors and their supporters. Now, if you saw or maybe read what happened when a political leader in Edo State now gave a statement or issued a statement that if APC decide to rig this election, that there will be crisis in Edo State and Nigeria.
That the country will burn down.
Yeah, the country will burn down. That's a very serious statement. It should come from a political leader. So I hope that particular statement will not trigger some things unexpected as they begin on this campaign. I hope that other political parties will know that this is the time for PDP to do their campaign, because under the Electoral Act, two parties cannot campaign the same day, to avoid conflict as the case may be. So if PDP has taken their date or their week to campaign, it behoves that the other parties should wait for their turn and do not come out, to clash or maybe begin to boo the other people who are campaigning, as the case may be. So it's a welcome development, and there's nothing more to say to this than to say let there be peaceful campaigns in the PDP's campaign and other political parties, that their time will come.
Okay, you made mention of a statement made by a political leader with respect to the country burning down, and you alluded it to rigging of elections, a possible threat of rigging of elections. But I thought the statement was linked to the airport's attack on Shuaibu and Okpeblo, as the case may be.
Yes, you see, that is a combination. That statement was made after the attack.
Okay.
It was unfortunate, that a deputy governor who was there before, removed by the House of Assembly, he went on to court, and court said, no, your removal was not what was null and void. And all emoluments and benefits be paid to you. And he was coming to Edo State in celebration of the fruits of his judgment. I was of the opinion, or I'm still of the opinion, that shouldn't have caused any uproar. A man that wins in the court, especially in Nigeria here, has the right to jubilate and celebrate, it's called a victory. We call it fruit of a judgment. In law, we say fruit of judgment. Now he has the right to celebrate insofar as he does not celebrate outside the ambit of the law. Now, coming back to supporters gathering to welcome him, under Section 40, every Nigerian man has the right, to congregate, to assemble, and even begin to chant songs and celebrate and do anything they want to do within the ambit of the law, insofar as they remain peaceful and they are not causing any, commotion or mayhem. So that is what the Constitution gives them that particular allowance to do. So in this case, the supporters of the deputy governor then and now, who is waiting whether the Court of Appeal will affirm the decision taken by the courts, we are waiting. He remains a public figure and a powerful political figure in Edo State. Now, that particular skirmish that happened, there are allegations. APC will say it's the PDP, PDP will say it's the APC, as the case may be. But what we should know is that politics is not a do or die affair. And, after that particular incident along Airport Road, Benin, then the political figure who should be a father, came out and said that Edo or Nigeria will burn if APC decide to rig the election, as the case may be. For me, that was an inciting statement. It's an inciting statement because, see, power is transient. And why will you begin to struggle to want to get power? Why don't you just do your best and leave the rest to God? So as it is, I do not believe that there's need for anybody to spill the blood of another. If there's a way he can even, take back that particular statement and say, this is not what I meant. This is, I'm trying to put it metaphorically as the case. I'm not saying that there'll be fire or whatever the case may be. Finally on this, you see, like I advised in one article I wrote, I said, those who are planning to disrupt before and after election, police should go after them because the Constitution of Nigeria and the Electoral Act 2022 makes provision for you to redress or seek redress if you feel that you were not well treated or you were rigged out or anything happened during the election or even before the election. Section 136 is there. Section 134 of the Electoral Act is there. That is, you can even come under Section 136 even to say that the elections that was conducted by INEC, it is as the case may be, was not free and fair. And you find that you can even move from there to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court might even give you judgment in your favor and take you to that particular pedestal that you want to be. So you must not necessarily or unnecessarily, begin to rein in and use non-state actors to torpedo and haranguing the people, supposedly those who are going to even vote on that election day. It's a civic duty. It's not a do or die affair. So I advise them to do that and adhere strictly to the tenets of electoral procedures in Nigeria.
All right.